Run 8 didn't make us wait very long for our first pieces of V3 rolling stock. Run 8 Studios recently released the first Dash 9 pack along with the third open-top hopper pack. But are they worth buying? Let's go and see how this equipment looks in version 3. The Dash 9 solidified General Electric as the top locomotive builder in the United States. It is nearly impossible to go to a Class 1 railroad today and not see an example of one running on the rails. They were so successful they even outlived their EMD counterparts, the SD70 standard cabs, and would pave the way for the Evolution series, one of the top-selling locomotives in US history. Specifications for locomotive model C44-9W. Production years 1993 to 2004. Fuel capacity 5,000 US gallons. Length 73 feet 2 inches. Width 10 feet 3 inches. Height 16 feet. Locomotive weight 415,000 to 425,000 pounds. Prime mover 4-stroke turbocharged 7FDL16 diesel electric engine. Total cylinders 16. Horsepower 4,400 horsepower. Tractive effort. Starting effort 142,000 pounds. 105,640 pounds at 13 miles per hour continuous effort. Maximum speed 74 miles per hour. Cab layout. GE safety cab with desktop control stands. Braking systems. Extended range dynamic brakes. Air brakes. Westinghouse 26L self-lapping air brake. Original production run, 2,074 locomotives. The Dash 9 pack comes with two paint schemes, the ATSF War Bonnet and the Southern Pacific Bloody Nose. The pack also includes a weathered version of each paint scheme, which looks phenomenal. Some of the Run 8 are at its best work in my opinion. These models are highly detailed and even have their railroad-specific features. For example, the ATSF Dash 9s have the gull wing cabs, lowered ditch lights, and modified trucks. Whereas the SP Dash 9 came with the standard Dash 9 package. Even the cab models are different, with the radio being at a different location in each unit. The ATSF model also does not have a flow meter, which is correct for the prototype. There is one glaring inaccuracy in the cab, and that is the brake stand. The Dash 9s were delivered with a desktop Wabco CDW brake stand. The Sim models them with a Wabco Fast Brake or Epic Brake. It's definitely not a game breaker, but it's still an inaccuracy. There are a couple small inaccuracies with the units. For example, the SP-9 is missing a couple of ladder rungs on the front of its nose. The horn on both models is incorrect. And both engines have PTC breakers on their back panels. I don't think they had PTC when the SP and ATSF were still a thing. As I've said, none of these minor issues are game-breaking, and the models still look and run incredibly. The sounds of these engines are the same sounds that came with the default Dash 9s. They're not terrible, but they're not perfect either. So let's address the elephant in the room, and it's one of the biggest complaints I've heard about the Dash 9 pack. Why did we only get two paint schemes? Why didn't Run 8 make any East Coast variants? While I don't have an answer for you, I do have some food for thought. I will agree I'm slightly disappointed that we didn't get, say, a CSX version or an NS version. But if you compare the Dash 9s to, say, the SD40-2s, they took the time to model each railroad differently. I would rather get two engines that are modeled accurately than 10 engines that are just the same model with different paints slapped onto them willy-nilly. Now that we got the Dash 9s out of the way, let's talk about our new hopper cars, the FCA Autoflood 3s. These cars were created by Jason Webb from High Rail Simulations and are his first 3D rolling stock model. I have to say, I am more than impressed. The Autofloods come in 8 different reporting marks: BNSF, CEFX, GGPX, MBKX, NS, OUCX, TILX, and CMO. There's not a whole lot to talk about here, considering this is a freight car and not a locomotive. The hoppers aren't as detailed as they could be. They are missing some brake rigging and some of the brake equipment on the ends of the cars. While missing these smaller details, the big details of these cars look really, really good. Having the auto floods allows our trains to be more customizable and different, and allows us to recreate even more real-life trains. The greatest benefit of having these cars is if you have the A-line. We now can make accurate coal trains for both Botswick Seminole Electric and Orlando Utilities. I'm very pleased with the auto floods, and I can't wait to see what amazing rolling stock Jason makes next. So what are my final thoughts? I think the Dash 9s and the Auto Floods are amazing. I'm definitely going to give you guys the all clear to pick up the Dash 9 1-pack and the Hopper 3-pack. They're going to make amazing new additions to your V3 roster. Until next time, switches lined, double checked, highball!